it's Chantel with Wildberry Quilting, and today I've got a Fat Quarter Shop box again. Now, I actually ordered this when I signed up for the Cupid box. I was looking through my email and my husband's like, "What are you looking at?" I was like, "Well, Fat Quarter Shop just released their Cupid, the signups for their Cupid box." And he said, "Oh, well, you better get it." It's like, "But I've got a cart full of other stuff. And I can't order it while that other stuff's in there because you've got to order, you can't just pick one thing to check out with." So he was like, "Well, get that too." So here we are. Ooh, okay. First thing on the top is a bunch of different flosses. Now, this is exciting for a couple of reasons. I'm going to set this one off to the side and explain why that one's exciting in a minute. These are all rayon flosses. They're all fancy. And let's see, what do they call them? Where does it say? Just says satin embroidery floss. So, but they're rayon, and I got a bunch of those. I want to try stitching with rayon threads and see what a difference it makes. Now, sadly, there's not nearly as many color choices when you use those, but I just want to experience it. So now the next one, this right here, is actually a silk thread. And yes, I only bought a single silk thread, well, a single skein of silk thread, but that is because I found an Etsy shop that had an unbelievable price for silk thread, and I want to test it out. So I ordered some from them, and when I receive them, we're going to have to see how they hold up against the standard in silk threads and if it's worth it. But let's just say if it is, it's going to be incredible because they have an amazing assortment of colors and incredible prices, like really mind-blowing. All right, so this I got this is the hand-dyed floss, and I got this for one of my fancy house or fabulous house blocks, or not blocks, stitch months. They've released the chart, they released the colors that you need like a month or so in advance. So I went ahead and bought that. I still don't know what that house is going to look like. I'm really excited to see though. And of course I got some more needles because I just always need needles, it seems. Let's see. Oh, there's some quilty goodness down in there too. Let's get through the cross stitch stuff first. Ooh, this is cool. You can't see it, I don't think, on camera, but it is cool. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a beautiful light blue. I'm trying to get the salvage in there. I don't know if you can, I guess it's kind of the same color as the salvage, so that doesn't really help. But it has sparkles in it. Oh, you can kind of see it on camera. It's sparkly. Kind of like a bluish greenish, bluish greenish. Oh my gosh, I can't say shimmer. Shimmer. It's a bluish greenish shimmer. Wow, that's pretty. I might use this for the fabulous house that I just got, which was this one. I might have to use it on that. That would be so cool. Can you imagine? Wow. I like it. That's going to be fun. And, oh, and I should tell you what that was. That was Blue Blizzard Opalescent by Zweigart. And it's 14 count Aida. I also got Ice Blue from Zweigart. And this one is actually 16 count Aida. Oh, the color is very, very similar. It's just that this one has the shimmer and it's 14 count, whereas this one doesn't, and this one is 16 count. But it's very similar in color. Let's see. Oh, I got this really cute block, or I keep calling them blocks. I don't know. What do you call them? Chart. That's what it is. I got this really cute chart for an October barn. And originally I was thinking I'd probably get all of these barns, especially since all of the Fat Quarter Shop branded stuff is on sale right now. But they've pretty much sold out of most of these barns the last time I checked. I don't know if they're going to get them back in, but at the very least, I got a cute October one, so I'll still make it. And I got, whoop, that was loud. This is the conversion kit for the 11-inch frame to make it a 14-inch frame. And as you can see, it's got short tubes in there, but then different little covers for them so that it can keep the fabric top over the top. And I got a second 11-inch frame because I needed it. And ooh, let's pull out a quilty goodie. So I got this book, the Rose and Bloom book, and if you got the Sew Sampler box, then look on the back of your insert, because where they always have the coupons, they have a coupon for this book for free, which is normally a $19.95 value. And it is a block of the month from Layla Boutique. So very excited about that. Next, we'll go back to the stitchy stuff again. And I went all over the place with ordering the stitchy stuff. I've got the 14 count Aida, I've got the 16 count Aida, and then this is 32 count Lugana. And oh, it's soft. Again, this is by Zweigart, and it is the powder pink splash. And it's got these little white dots all over it, just kind of like paint splatter. And it's a very light pink, almost kind of peachy colored. And I'm going to have plenty of cross-stitch fabric after this. I got the antique white Linda. This is 27 count. I was curious what the Linda was. And it's in antique white. And it looks a lot like the Lugana, but you can tell there's definitely a difference in the texture of the weave. Don't know if I'm going to be able to catch this on the camera or not. There's a difference in the feel too. Like this has a little bit more, I mean, the fabric itself is nice and soft, but it has a little bit more of a textured kind of, almost a pebbly kind of a feel to it. So let's see if we can get this to focus on the two of them so you can see the difference. And I couldn't find anything other than the 27 count Lugana seemed to be the highest. And it looks a little bit bigger than what that 32 count Lugana is. And of course, the difference in the texture. So that's going to be interesting to play around with. Very interesting. And I've got, let's see, one more quilty thing, I think, and one more cross stitch thing after this. This is Cosmo. Now, did I try the Cosmo needles? I think I have. I've tried the Cosmo needles, and I've got one skein of the Cosmo thread, which I haven't gotten a chance to try out yet, but I will. I'm going to need to test out all the different threads and give you a comparison of those as well. Floss. I need to call them floss, right? That's what they're supposed to be called. Floss. And that's hard to get into because of that little plastic thing. So this was the Cosmo fabric. It's very soft. It's nice to feel. And this is all in Japanese, so I can't tell you what the color is. It's something. It's kind of like it's a very natural kind of rustic, maybe pewter kind of color. And if you can read any of this, maybe that'll answer some of your questions as to what it is. I'll try to take a look and see if I can find it on, actually, you know what's probably on my invoice. Let me see if I can find it on here and tell you what it is. Cosmo cross stitch. So it's 34 count linen, and it is natural. So just the natural color, I guess, of 34 count linen. But it's nice. It feels beautiful. Very nice quality. So that'll be fun to work with, even if I can't understand the packaging. And quilty goodness. Of course, you know I love Corey Yoder and all of her patterns. And I do not have this line, but man, I drool over this quilt every time I see it come up, and I figured at the very least I can use something similar and make the quilt with something similar, and won't be her fabrics, but it'll still be beautiful, I'm sure. And last but definitely not least, especially not least noisy, I got one of these so that I can cross stitch that really cute little lamb that I gotten the pattern for in my last video. And wow, this project bag is massive. I had no idea it would be this big. I was picturing something like, you know, half this size. Not this. Maybe I didn't read the description. Well, it says 10 inches by 13.5 by 3.25. I guess I just didn't expect that to be that big, but because that looks like more than that, but I guess it's not. I'm sure they know what they are selling. All right, so that's everything. Thank you so much for joining me. We're still stuck on Christmas over here. Thanks so much for joining me. Please remember to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.